Welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm Eric Siu.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to talk about this thing that is going to disrupt the SEO industry. So we actually just had a back and forth before we did this episode. So what is this thing, Neil, and what are your thoughts around it?
Yep, voice search. Google released a stat. It was somewhere around over 40% of adults use voice search on a daily basis. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I was reading something. There was some stats the other day. I think it was either from there was something on Moz, or maybe it was written by Distilled, which is an agency based in London. But it was living on Moz about how how queries are certainly going up. But what they're seeing, at least on their side, is that it is so the queries are more around like what's the score or what time is it, how's the weather, those kinds of queries. But Neil's also seeing other data too. So I think no matter what voice is coming, it's just a matter of the timing. What does it look like where it's truly kind of overtaken? Let's just call it desktop typing search.
Yeah, and we don't know when it's coming or anything like that. We know the stats and the data show that's becoming more and more popular. But here are the trends that we're seeing. People are using voice search for quick information. They're not using it for purchasing yet. That's at least the data.
Yep.
I have not seen from all the companies I have analytics and data from, they're not using voice search to be like new MacBook Air and then going to Apple and then just purchasing it over their phone. When people are looking to make big purchases, they're still using manual typing. They're doing tons of different variations, doing their research. I know that'll change over time. Alexa noticed the same thing, in which people are using Alexa for things like, what time is it today? Or what's 2 + 2? I know my nephew uses it for math sometimes. His mom hates it. But they're not using it being like, Alexa, order me some laundry detergent. I don't know what people would order, but...
Yeah, people do that.
Not that much in quantity, though.
No, it's not. So, I mean, look, some people are going crazy about it where it's like, I'm all in on voice search. And part of me is like, how are you all in on voice search when everything's so kind of inconclusive yet? It hasn't hit kind of...
Users aren't even all in on voice search yet.
Yeah, so how are you all in on it, right? So, our thing, I guess maybe from a practical standpoint, what can people do about this? For me, actually, just speaking for myself, Neil, for me, it's still business as usual until I see something actually dramatically tip in the scale and my usage changes, and I see people on my team, their usage changes, and maybe even friends as well. But I'm just not seeing it right now. Like, even when I see people behaving with their phones, they're all attached to their phone all the time. I just don't see it.
Yeah, and Brian Dean has an amazing article on voice search that you guys can all check out on backlinko.com. So what I'm doing is I'm just adapting and making sure I'm there. So when people do leverage voice search, I'm ranking there. Google's taking from my websites. They're driving people to my site. But in general, I'm not coming up with the strategy being like, this is how I'm going to make money from voice search. That's going too far just because people aren't there yet. But making sure you're at the top, that's important because people are starting to use it to do searches. So in general, once their behavior changes, you want to be up top so you can capitalize from it as well.
And we talked about this. I mean, we had an episode on how to rank 0. That's certainly something that can help you get there. Look at seeing how you can capture like that rank 0 or like a featured snippet, for example, and be able to answer those questions. But I guarantee you, I mean, this is why Google is investing so much into AI, and then machine learning is a subset of that. But it is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. And like I said, Neil and I aren't like Nostradamus or anything like that. But we're just aware of it, and we're going to continue to keep an eye on it. But let's face the reality. It is going to disrupt the industry. The question is a matter of when.
Yep.
All right, so that is it for today. By the way, we are looking to do a live marketing event in Los Angeles. What we have to do is we got to hit 1 million downloads in a 30-day period. And we'll host the event live. It'll be in Los Angeles. We will feed you. We will record everything as well. Look, you help us get to that 1 million mark. We're going to continue to add value because we know that so many people have indicated in a survey that they want to see us live at an event and they're willing to pay thousands. We're going to make this free for you. And I thought you were going to say something, but with that being said,
we'll
see you tomorrow.
Yeah, and go to marketingschool.io/stats so you can see where we're at.